photographer. Woo-hoo! R Perkins. I did show the videos. How many of you are ready to be a dynamic speaker? How many of you are dynamic speakers? Okay, one of the tricks, and he's doing this for us, I want to share with you some of the things I have learned from Speaking Empire. How many of you have been to the Presentainer? All right, the rest of you know you need to sign up now because your life will totally better and different, and your speaking will be the best thing you can imagine. One of the things it said, though, is, anybody remember trial closes? How many of you know what a trial close is?
Yeah.
Did they go over trial closes today?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, well, so here's the secret. You put the papers here.
Okay, perfect.
Woo-hoo.
Trial
Yeah, I'm taking an extra 20 seconds for that. Trial closes. One of the secrets he teaches you, and might give it up to Vanna White, my husband, Bucky, is you can put pieces of paper on the floor that will remind you what your trial closes are. And as you walk around, you can say, so are you getting this? Does that make sense? Are you committed? It's awesome. It's wonderful. It's one of the things that, you've got to do in life is to follow the advice of these people. And I'm here today to tell you how to have your happily ever after. Now, we often think that just means relationships. But no, we attract happy to us. We attract it to us in our careers, in our families, in our relationships we already have, and maybe in a new relationship. We want to be dynamic speakers. Okay, Dave? And you all know you got one of these in your packets. Happily ever after. Important thing for happily ever after. Our good friend, the maestro, says, he was lucky that he met the right mentors and teachers at the right moment. You are at a place where you are meeting the right mentors, the right teachers at the right moment. In fact, never ever, 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 ever have the stars align so beautifully that you can succeed. How was that? You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Well, have you ever wondered what your happily ever after looks like? In fact, imagine for a moment what happily ever after is to you. I want you to write this down. You've got 5 seconds. Write down what happily ever after is to you. Okay, and for those of you who are not writing, you don't know what your happily ever after is. If you knew what it was, what would it be? Write that down. You guys are like, I didn't get that. You've got your happily ever after in your mind. So, would you like me to share with you the guaranteed path to achieving that happily ever after? How many of you would like that? Say yes? Yes or yes? Okay. Well, I am going to share with you, you are about to discover, again, the number one best way to get on the path to happiness, especially for us as speakers. You're guaranteed to do that. In fact, I promise you, when you're done, you will have that path laid out in front of you so that you can step on it and begin moving forward forever. Now, one of the great things that you need to do is know who you are. You guys are like, but who are you, Karen? Well, who am I? Yes, I have a doctorate in business administration. Yes, I've spoken internationally. Yes, I'm an author. In fact, my book is in pre-sale right now, and it comes out officially on the 1st of May. Yes, I have spoken in, okay, Gail, you'll love this. I've spoken in all 50 states across the United States. But so what? What I really am is someone like you. I am someone that discovered Dave and Dustin and the rest of the Speaking Empire family. I am someone who chose to be happy and to become part of that family. I chose that. Now people are saying, well, aren't you on staff? You have to say these things. You know what, guys? I'm not on staff. I've been given the opportunity to work with them from time to time. I am you. I am a follower. I am a lover. I am a student of Speaking Empire. Just like you. And like many of you, my life has not always been easy. And some of you know the story for yourselves. I grew up in a dysfunctional family. That's why I chose this family. Really. I did. And I also lived a 27-year loveless marriage. And I finally decided to choose to be happy and got out of it. And that's when my happily ever after began. Woohoo! I met my wonderful husband and was able to move forward and find happiness forever. And I'll tell you, together we have gone to marvelous places, blazed new trails, had adventures left and right. And the best thing is, I was able to find a partner that I could have fun with. And we could play. And yeah, we're not really going to kill each other. So I'm asking you to write this down. Think for a moment. What is missing for you in achieving your happily ever after? What is missing for you? Okay? What is missing for you? Some of the common myths. I don't deserve to be happy. Other people deserve to be happy more than I do. Well, I need to put others' needs first. Well, you need to put other people's needs. But if you don't take care of your own needs, you have nothing to give them. How many of you, as speakers, or as speakers that are just getting started, or people who work with other people in the world, would love to make an impact? If you'd love to make an impact, raise your hand. Yeah. If you don't want to make an impact, you're making an impact. It's just not a good one. It's just not a good one. You want to make an impact, and in order to make an impact, you got to get out of your own head and get past those myths. So, one of the myths that I believe is that you give people what they need, and they will come. Anybody see the show, Build It, and what is it? Build It and They Will Come, for the baseball?
Field of Dreams.
Yeah, that one. Obviously, I watch a lot of movies. Build it and they will come. Have the needs and they will come. No, you have to give them what they want. And then you can give them what they need. But you have to give them what they want. So what's the challenge we're facing? Most of us don't have the right mentors or coaches. How many of you don't know where to begin or what to do? Yeah. How many of you have an idea of what your purpose is, but aren't sure what to share with others? Anybody have that? How many of you know that you are the answer to someone else's prayer? Say yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's try that again. How many of you know, okay, I'm telling you you are. How many of you know you are the answer to someone else's prayers? Raise your hands, yell yes.
Yes.
Stand up. Yeah, you don't have to work until you get it right. Saying yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Okay, now when I ask you the question, I want you to yell that and mean it. How many of you know you are the answer to someone else's prayers?
Yes, I am.
Thank you, because you are. You are the answer to someone else's prayers. And having great coaches, having great mentors, being involved with people like Speaking Empire is where you're going to get them. Because having a great mentor is success. Coaches need coaches. Mentors need mentors. We all need them. And that helps us with our happily ever after. So here are my mentors, some of the very best in the world. And a few of the lessons that they've taught me that I've started to incorporate more than I did before. The first one is keep it simple. Gee, is this a common thread you've been hearing? Keep it simple. I like to overcomplicate things. They should simplify it. Instead of trying to give them everything they need, give them what they want, but make it so that they can understand it. The next one is to prepare, present, and get stages. So how do you do that? How many of you have liked my PowerPoint slides so far? Woohoo! This came from my Power Day. I found out just a couple hours ago I got to present today. And because of the power of what they do with your Power Day, I could take what I had and tweak it to work. You, with your Power Day, will be able to speak at a moment's notice for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for a day, for 3 days. Because you've got all the tools lined up. You've got all the tools lined up. Present, get on stages. Presentainer. Yeah, practice. Know how to do it. Know that you want to go in the audience and touch the prettiest woman that you see right there. But you don't want to do that. And then finally get stages. Get your marketing in place. Have JVs. Work with other people so that you have what you need. And here's my bonus. Attitude, attitude, attitude. You have to have the attitude that you can and you will succeed. In fact, another one of my great coaches and mentors is my little sister Heather. Is it all right if I tell you a story about her real quick?
Yes.
Yes. Is it all right if I tell you? Yes. Well, Heather, as fast as I can, this cutest little girl. She was much younger than me and the rest of the family, and she had a heart of gold. Whoa! Fall off the stage. Yeah, last time I just lost my shoe. Heather was one of those people that loved everyone, and everyone loved her. She changes lives every day. Every moment of every day, the life has changed because of her. But let me tell you real quick a little bit about Heather. All Heather wanted to do was grow up, get married, and have lots of babies. She grew up, graduated from high school, and 2 weeks later got married. But she did not have a lot of babies. See, Heather had a hard time carrying a child to term. She got pregnant easily, had a hard time carrying a baby to term. And I'd have been angry and upset, and I would whine, and I would say, oh, it's not fair, you're so nice, you deserve this. You deserve to be happy and to be pregnant and have it come to term. And she'd say, Karen, I am happy. Yeah, I have a heart, but I choose to be happy. I choose to see the good in life. I choose to see the good in other people. I choose to see that I have things to be happy for. Well, finally, she got pregnant with little Michael Ryan. Cutest baby you ever meet. But because of complications, she ended up in bed the whole 9 months. Again, I can't believe this is so awful. You're going to be so uncomfortable. Because I ended up in bed with my last child. I don't know how awful it is. And she said, Karen, you have to choose to be happy. I choose to be happy. I'm not going to whine about the bed being uncomfortable because that which you focus on expands. I choose to spend my time doing good things. So what does she do? She chose to help other people. She looked things up on the internet for them. She wrote love letters to her friends and family. She studied about her condition so that she could help other people. Well, finally she had Michael. 1 month early exactly to his due date. But because of the complications and because of him being so early, he ends up in the hospital first 3 weeks. Again, oh my goodness, Heather, this is so awful. Oh, I'd be upset. I mean, it's just not fair. And she said, Karen, I choose to be happy. That choice is mine and mine alone. And if I whine about this, it is not helping Michael get better. In fact, he will feel that I don't believe he will. And it will hinder his improvement. It'll hinder him getting better. Well, finally he got out of the hospital. I have to tell you what she did while he was there. She not only played with him, she went to geriatrics, read them stories. She went to pediatrics upstairs and read them stories. And she started his scrapbook. True story. Before he was a month old, she had 3 of his scrapbooks done. One for her mother-in-law, one for my mother, and one for her. Okay, my youngest is almost 30, and I've not yet started his. What's wrong with that picture? Well, I have to tell you, what happened is she gets out of the hospital. She takes cute little Michael home. Everything is beautiful and fine. And my parents come up to visit, and she's driving through the canyon to visit them so they can meet Michael for the first time on his 1-month birthday. And as she's driving through the canyon, some young lady, decided to speed while driving on a blind curve. Killed Heather instantly. How many of you have chosen to live a good life every day now? We don't know when it will end. We don't know when there is no longer an option to change. But you know what I know about Heather? I know she lived a good life. She had more happiness in her short life than most people do in their entire long lives because she chose to be happy. What are you doing to choose to be happy? Those of you who want to be happy as a speaker, you need coaches, and I'm going to skip through that. So would it be worth it to you to change lives? Now, what would it be worth? Would it be worth it to you to be happy every day? What would you do? Well, I'm going to tell you, you have coaches here, you have mentors here that want to help you find a way to get what you need to do. Now, how many of you decided you wanted to do their 3-scale program? How many of you decided?
Yes, Karen.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you this. Anybody familiar with the 3 frog story?
No.
Okay, you got 3 frogs sitting on a lily pad. One decides to jump off. So how many frogs have left on the lily pad?
2.
How many?
2.
Okay, let's try it again. You have 3 frogs sitting on a lily pad. One decides to jump off. So how many frogs have left?
3.
You have 3. Because deciding is not enough. You must take action. Those of you who decided you want to be better speakers, those of you who decided this was a thing to do, you need to frog it. You need to stand up. You need to go back. You need to set a time to speak to one of the coaches. I did that 1.5 years ago. My life has been much, much better since. Yes, I have the perfect husband. I still do. But my life in speaking has been much better. So, those of you who are ready to change your life, ready to change the world, now is the time to stand up, go back, and get with the coach. I love you guys. Thank you.